Hey guys, welcome back to Fort Mort. We are going to be looking at the second part of this series with the new tracking sheet that I told you takes 5 minutes to fill out. This is a result of what happened the last round that I played and went undefeated. And you'll see, and I'll blow some of this for you guys, but the left-hand side is where, above my head here, is where you fill out their stats to start. In the second round, will be the second one down right here. And then the third round, you'll plug the stats in here. There's a lot of tips here. You'll see it pop up, kind of doing explainers, which I'll read in a minute. But I want to explain what was going on here. So in the first round, of course, I tracked myself just for history, and I can go back and look. But Jocko was my first opponent. He got 3 offensive strikes and 3 defense against me and gave up. In the second round, so I played Darth Zana. So I plugged in his after the first round right here. And what that told me, if auto-populated up here and told me that he got 7 offensive strikes, 9 defends, so it told me that he was putting up a pretty good defense. Either that or the guy he was playing was terrible. Historically, looking at the 47%, if you look at it right here, I'll blow it up, his is 47%. And the note that I put here is 40 to 49% balanced offense-defense ratio. They typically put 1 strong team to protect an area or using 2 strong teams to block both fronts. Exception is if they have a great fleet, this can add to defensive holds as well. The higher that percentage is, the more defensive he is. So looking at this, he's got 9 defense. So it told me he put a lot on defense. So you got a couple of options you can do with that, which we'll get into later videos, how you want to handle that. If you want to go full offensive, wear him out. You know he's not coming with a whole lot of offense. You can put up a strong defense, out efficiency him. But looking at this sheet right here, I knew that I had to be prepared for a good, solid, strong defense, so it may be a half clear. And then, let's see who else we're looking at. I also can tell sometimes who they played. In this one, I actually predicted he played Dan Sky Vader, who had 4 offensive and 4 defensive. I utilized the Prime bot, the watch bot that's in my Discord, tells me when they're setting defense. This guy did set a defense. I could tell what time he set it, how long it took him to set it. If he takes a while to set it, it typically means he's being very tenacious about it and trying to get a win. This guy did not auto set. He set it particular. He did have, if I remember, let's come over here. I'll show you the other sheet that I used. My notes on him. Last round, he took the top 2 only. I'm going to stop ships, and the bottom I'll take 2+. Because after looking at his GG history and this statistical board with him being 7 offensive, 9 defensive, it told me he's a half clear guy. And because he had 7 offensive wins, if you do the math on a board, this is Division 3. He's got, I believe it's 3 up top, 2 on the bottom, and 1 ship in the back. So, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. He had 3 up top, 1 there, and then 2 down here, or 3 down here. That's what it was. There's 7. There's 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Sorry, it's 3 and 4. So he had 4, 3, and then I knew he probably took ships as well because he had the malevolence. So he had 1 in the back he took, 4 on top he took, and 2 on the bottom, which equals 7. He did not get through the bottom. There's no other way he could have done it, because if he would have taken 4 and 3, he would have got more in the rear, got more in ships. So I knew he only half cleared. His GG also showed when he does play, he only half clears. So I knew what I had to do in order to do it. It's a very, very informative sheet. It's very helpful to get you through that. And like I said, you combine that with the Prime bot, with .gg if they have one, which I'll go over that in another video, how to use all of those, how to get in my Discord. This sheet is in my Discord. It's in the info channel. You can get it off my Google Docs or my Google Drive, whatever you want to call it. It is accessible to you. This side is not. It's only Patreon only, but you can easily build one yourself if you want. But this tells me a lot. And you'll see here, second round, after I beat him, I then matched up with Matty Wan Kenobi. I plugged in everyone's stats for history. You only need to plug in your opponent, honestly. But I plug in everybody for history so I can go back and look, because a lot of times you play these guys over and over. Another clutch part of this sheet, and I talked about in the last video, is their history right here says this guy's very defensive. What if he just went and got C? Right? Maybe he went and got C. Now he's going to bring that on offense. So maybe his stats are going to change. This tells you what he did in the current last round. The current round that you're playing. So it's clutch. I've seen guys change gears. They get slacker. They're super offensive. And then all of a sudden they open up slacker. You notice he opens up slacker. All of a sudden that big boy goes on defense because his opponents typically can't take it down. So this tells you he's now being defensive. Matty is a good example here. Matty in the first round got 3 offensive wins and then no defense. So it's telling me he didn't match up against somebody that actually played. So Haferback was probably his opponent. That's why he's got no defense. And he won. He only won with 3 wins. So the guy that he played did not play against him. And then in the second round, Matty got 8 wins, 2 defense, and took 2 territories. Okay, keep in mind, I should have said that a minute ago. This is clutch telling you how many territories they had. Like Dark Zanin only took 1. He only took 1. And then in the last round, I knew going against Matty that he was also typically a half-round guy. So what I actually did with him, I'm typically a defensive guy. I had better ships, so I knew I could stop him. I went full offense. Well, not full offense, but very heavy offense with tricky defensive teams. He ended up getting, actually, I think he only got a half clear. This stat at the bottom right here shows that he got 8 and 3, added up to 11. So if you guys can see, if you got any questions about that, come to the Discord, ask me about them. I got a bunch of people in there that understand it as well. But this sheet is very, very, very easy to use once you get used to it. The percentage here, they read all different kinds, 40 to 49%, what it means, 30 to 39%, what it means. Under 30%, for example, the lower the percentage, the more they bring on offense. They are greedy players going for full clears and highest banners possible. This guy, 19%. He's got 979 offense, 188 defensive. He's super, super, super greedy. Wants to go after Kyber. Totally wants to go after Kyber. Those are my favorite ones to play because I slam a hard defense on him and bring the bare minimum to get through with him. And it works 99.9% of the time. You guys haven't seen me. I'm over here on this channel, which I'm not going to say because YouTube hates it. That's where I show my defensive strategies, how I win, how I dominate. It starts with ships, starts with what you're going to bring on offense, and then what you're going to put on defense. All right, and then what last thing am I missing here? Oh, so we got notes here as well. Only need to fill that in after the second round. Fill this out after the first round. Fill this out before the first round. The quicker you set it, the better off you are. But you can set these numbers aren't going to change except for when they get feats and banners from anywhere. So feats can accumulate onto their total banner score. So you got to keep that in mind also. And then there's some other notes here. Definitely want to track everyone round 1 for round 2 just to track the winners of round 1, unless you're keeping records. We'll only calculate here if you put data under round 3, which is here. And then this is just, most people will only want their current opponent's stats. See team 3 for this. If you want to track everyone, round 3 must be fully filled in. So anyway, guys, I'll continue this series. I don't want to keep it long. I want to keep them short. This is run 8 minutes. I will have some more videos out explaining other things as well. I'm going to try to get out one full series. In the meantime, I am Mort from the Battalion, the Commander. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit that follow button, and we will see you. We are 1 battalion strong. Get in that Discord now. See you guys.
Shut up and sit down.